here I've got a wooden mannequin, so you want to improve your figure drawing skills. So in this video I'll show you how to use a wooden mannequin to create dynamic and realistic poses. We'll start by adjusting the mannequin, just put him into a basic running pose if you like for a start, and they're really very handy, these little mannequins. You've got to use your imagination, but you start off with if you draw the mannequin and then draw the pose, you'll find you'll get into that pose pretty easily. Here's a sitting position, and so we'll just get into the drawing now. Right, so you can see the first drawing I've done is just a basic pose of the mannequin, just to give you an idea. It's in perfect proportion. It's about 7.5 heads, and the crotch is right in the middle, so that's good. And we'll start just drawing very rough drawings, no detail. To try to get the action of the pose. Just go over with a B lead pencil, and yes. So there's a basic running pose. And we'll do a walking pose now, more or less walking. So the body is more erect and not quite as dynamic as the first drawing. I didn't take that his right leg down quite to touch the line. If it's a walking pose, you'll be touching the line. Anyway, not to worry. And so here we've got more sort of an action pose. He could be throwing a ball or something like that. So once again, I'll just repeat myself, but I don't want to go into any detail at this stage. I've got a really good drawing showing you how we can develop this into a fleshed out figure. I think his head's a bit wrong, but not to worry. I'll think about fixing that later. So he's dancing or reaching up or something like that. So here's our bigger drawing, and I've just drawn the basic mannequin shapes, the head, and you can't see the neck, but it's there, and the chest and the waist, pelvic area and legs. See, drawing from a mannequin, you get the proportions correct. And that's what we're trying to do with all poses. If we can get our proportions right, we're right. We're home and running. So this is a back view for your interest, and it's she's reaching up. I'll make it a girl. She's reaching up with her hands and above her head, and she's resting on her right leg, and she's elegantly got a left leg not bearing weight. The right leg is bearing weight, but the left leg is out there, sort of nicely graceful. Now you must, of course, have a pretty reasonable knowledge of anatomy when you're going to flesh these models out. It does help. So you'll have to study anatomy, but this is about proportions mainly at this stage. So she's just got her tippy toes that she's just, you know, reaching out there. So the foot is raised, not off the ground. Her toes are touching the ground, but she's got her foot raised. So as I say, you should have a good knowledge of anatomy, and you don't have to worry too much trying to learn everything all at once. But if you draw a pose, just think about the anatomy, and also strike the pose yourself is a good tip. If you can feel the pose, it's you know, you're really going to succeed much faster. Flesh those arms out a bit more now. And later I'll think about some tone to create realism even more. Of course, I'm not making a perfect drawing, I'm just demonstrating how to get a realistic pose, not a finished pose. I haven't got time to do that at this stage, but if you can get to this level, if you can't get a mannequin, you can maybe get some books on stick figures that can start you off, but I recommend getting the mannequin for you. You get them at art shops, they're everywhere. And this one that I've got I've had it for years, and it's really handy for just getting the pose, because we can't always find a pose to suit whatever illustration we're making, so you've got to be able to make them up. And I can conveniently use that the pose on her hips there. The space between her hips and her chest, that little waist area, that can be her back, and she's got a top and a bottom on, as you can see. It's always graceful to do the figure with clothes, because it the drapery of the figure on the figure can really help to accentuate the pose, and that's what this little skirt there is doing. You'll see what I mean when we take some of those construction lines out, but that little skirt adds a little bit of grace and accentuates that pose even more. So if you like this video and you found it useful, I recommend checking out my channel, Michael Coxon Tokyo Art School, and I've got lots and lots of videos on this sort of subject, or whatever you like, but check out the channel, and would you like to, if you feel like it was helpful to you, would you like to subscribe and leave a comment and give it a like at least? It's encouraging to me. But you can see that skirt there is really accentuating that little pose, but it's a graceful sort of pose. And I've got that little mannequin in the background there. He's a bit like Pinocchio, you know. He's asking her, can I be a real human after all? Sorry, I just get a bit carried away there. But anyway, he just adds depth to the figure, and I couldn't think what to put there, so I thought I'd put him in just as a little joke. So that's the main subject for today. It's about using the wooden mannequin, and I recommend you can buy these. They're quite reasonably priced, so I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't think it was important, but it is freely available at art shops. Get it on Amazon even. Just a few finishing touches here, just a bit of tone. I've used a bit of tone on the left side of her figure, and just helps to add to the realism. It's a B lead pencil in that 0.3 mechanical pencil, and it's very good for finishing off things. The line is very, well, 0.3 is very fine, and it does break easily, but it creates a more gentle line, if you like. So thank you very much, and I hope it was helpful to you. Bye for now.